Hi, this is your Art 220 instructor, Heather Cline, and today I want to talk to you about designing your pattern for your block print. Please pick a subject matter that is close to you, that you care about, that you're engaged in. You want to make a project that you're going to be pleased with at the end that is going to be important to you, especially because you're cutting a block and it's going to take a bit of time. What I always do is I have on my computer in my photo program a whole bunch of different images that I kind of plan on using at some time for art. And I happen to have one set aside for a block, which is from a canoe trip that I took last summer. I picked out a few of the images from the trip that really struck me as being interesting and I could do something with. Let's start by looking at a low-tech way of working with these images in a photo imaging program. I'm going to put them into my Photoshop elements. You could put them into GIMP. And rather than manipulating them all the way through in the photo editing program, what I'm going to do is grab the areas that I want from the photos and resize them to the right size. And I'm going to work on a 6 by 7.5. So I'll resize things that are the right width to the correct width, which should be the 7.5. Put it at a printable DPI. Grab the part that I want from this, which is a vertical. Resize it. The correct vertical height, which is 6. Put it to a printable DPI. I could discard the color information so that when I'm printing, I'm not using my color ink. And I'm going to print these images in this program because in this program, I can print them the actual size that I resized them to. For a HighTech Solution, I'm going to drag my images into my photo editing program. And once I have them here, I'm going to start a new file that's the correct size for my print, which in this case is 6 by 7.5. And then I'm going to cut and paste onto the image. I've started here with the canoe. Once I've got the basic structure in place, I'm going to do just a little more manipulation on the image. I'm going to flatten it, take away the color, and I'm going to simplify it. I can do this two ways. I can posterize it, which reduces it to just several different layers that are going to help me to simplify my pattern. I'm going to save that version. And I'm also going to do a version using a filter called Find Edges. This simplifies it as well. If I want to see a little bit more what I had to work with, I just make my upper copy slightly transparent. Now I have the line, but I also have some of the value in behind it. And I'm going to save this copy. I can now flip the images, which is an essential part of getting ready to transfer them onto my block. Because again, you're always placing the mirror onto your block. Here's the hand-drawn image. I've taken a photo of it, put it back into the photo editing program, and mirrored it as well. I'll just have to resize it back down to the 6 by 7.5. Now this process of going back and forth between working by hand and then refining the image in a photo editing program is something that I do quite a bit. And I encourage you to really finesse your plan for your image before you transfer it onto your block.